And Jeff Macey is joining us now from Victim Support. And Jeff, you're just admiring these beautiful flowers from Milliflora, aren't they gorgeous?
I'd give anything to grow those.
I know. I don't
Wonderful.
know how she does it, but she does it. Are you a keen gardener?
I love gardening. Part of my therapy to just wind down from what I do in my work, I love gardening.
And a lot of people that work with Victim Support do that as well, don't they? It's nice to have that kind of aspect of their life because Victim Support is a full-on job, but it's very rewarding. But it's nice to have some downtime.
You've hit the nail on the head, Megan. You have to unwind, and we have little things. Gardening's mine, and also like walking in the gardens and visiting strange places like gardens, maybe your garden, I don't know, just places out there that people have done something. I love gardens,
Fantastic. Now, Jeff, we're going to talk about recruiting for Victim Support because it is the recruitment drive at the moment, so it happens every so often, so now's the time for people watching to find out more about that. Can you quickly just remind us about your experience with Victim Support, how you got into Victim Support?
Yes, I came out of a working with children and youth for about 11 years, and when I saw Victim Support advertised, I thought that's something I could do. I believe I could do it well, and so 3 years later, here I am. Wow. And I love it. It's great. Great organisation.
It was wonderful for you to be able to transfer those skills across.
Absolutely. Because it's about people, Megan, and Victim Support, again, it's about networking, it's about tailoring programs to help support people like you and I. And
help them on the road to recovery.
It is, yes.
So, what kind of people are you looking for to join Victim Support?
We just need people who've got big hearts, people who can spend a few hours a month wanting to just put something back into the community, people who are passionate about seeing when things go bad that they can actually just put a little plan together. We'll give the best training. We believe we give the best training, and they can support those people and see them, recovered.
And a lot of people who join Victim Support have been through a stressful time themselves, but one of the good things that comes out of that is that they then learn how to cope and then they can pass that information on. Well,
they do, and I think that's the golden word, empathy. I think if we're going to do something, we have passion. If we've got it inside, we can actually portray that, and I think that's probably in the work we do. Empathy would be a very big part of the work.
That's exactly right.
And that's what brings longevity too. That's where a lot of our volunteers have been around, a year, 2, 3. In fact, some have been there 8 and 10 years and longer in other parts of New Zealand.
Wow, isn't that great?
Oh, it is. It's a big ask, but it's been a big, for them, it's something they have gone and obviously will for many more years.
And that's the wonderful thing about the organisation, isn't it? That you can keep going if you so desire.
Well, you can. We specialise in quality training. We like to put pride into that we give the best training, and that training is something that's available to our volunteers continuously. So we like to just up refreshing, up marketing, and it's available there.
So talk to us about the initial training for people that are wanting to become a member of Victim Support. Training extensively and then into it.
Well, it is. The training will cover case management, it'll cover sudden death, grief, loss, some work around the courts. But in addition to that, the training will prepare and enrich folk to really get a grasp of what they're doing and why they're doing it, and the ongoing training is quite exciting. And if they can perhaps put that back into something that's challenging for them, then they will find something in there. I'm very passionate about it. I think that we do need people. We need people right now who are watching actually to come on, give us a ring. I'd like people to come in and so I could tell them more about what I'm telling you now.
So when does that initial training start? When do they need to be available from?
Well, they need to be available from the 20th and the 27th and 28th of this month. It's only 3 days. We'll be at the police station. We're not the police, but we actually train at the police station, and we would like to know probably within the next 48 hours, 72 hours, if folk are watching now, give us a ring so we can actually arrange an interview.
And take it from there and get ready for that first date on the 20th. Make sure that you do that too. I know a lot of us sit here thinking that's something we must do. Now's the time.
Yeah, don't procrastinate.
Seize the day and all of that. Jeff, also just quickly to end on, we've still been getting some calls obviously about people that have been very stressed with the earthquakes, and that's still an ongoing thing that Victim Support help with.
Yes, and every time, as I was saying before, there's about 8 to 10 little shakes each day. I've been checking on GeoNet. And because of that, people are actually ringing in quite stressed still, and even younger folk are actually not handling it that well. But Victim Support is there. We've got a listening ear. and we can also put the folk into the appropriate government agencies there that, you know, they're advocating right now, that we can actually put the people in the right place to get the right counselling aware of what they need.
Wonderful. As always, great to know that Victim Support are there for us. And now here's some details if you would like to get in touch with Jeff and the team so that you can become a Victim Support volunteer. So they're on your screen now. Okay, so to volunteer, it's very simple, 0800 volunteer. That is the number that you need that will then get you in the right place. But there's also, of course, the helpline there and the donation line too, which is just as important. But check out the website too, and that'll take you to the Christchurch branch. It's victimsupport.co.nz. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.